Hey everybody, it's the Modern Native, Mrs. Native, and we're going to hit 60 tomorrow, which means I'm not going to have any snow.
No.
So it's my finally getting the sled back and finally being ready and everything else, and trying to get money up to buy wood and stuff, and trying to, stay ahead. We've barely been able to just, have enough to be able to, like, maybe the next day I wouldn't have to rush to get wood. So we've been trying to stock up, and now I'm going to be out of snow. So it's a bum rush to try to get everything done. So let me show you. So Mrs. Native has been stacking up wood for me. Got it stacked up there to also block the little escape route the goat has. It's got to go a little higher. I'm trying to get hay down here so we can be stocked up and everything. And Mrs. Native stacked up wood all along the wall over there. So definitely appreciate that. So then we're going to put cover on top of it. So there's, bags, dog food, wood bags, stuff like that underneath to try to give a little layer because that's going to get muddy. So, yeah.
And it helps keep this whole area just more secure. The dog door that they can't have anymore.
Yeah.
And
they're still on probation after their escape. Now that it's melting and everything, I can fix the fence proper and see if we can get it good. Still trying to raise some money for some dog kennels. It's like $200 or so, all said and done. So, and if I really want good ones, it's going to be a lot more. So, been working on getting stuff down here. I got to be careful, because the sled is breaking. Well, I guess you guys don't know, this is definitely a new channel now, so I have to act like they're not going to have 1,500 videos to look through and find our history. So, yeah. Anyway, so, yeah. It's warm, so the fire, we just got it smoldering, so it's an easy start later on. And we're just trying to stock up on stuff. So, yeah.
Look at that little whisper.
She's doing good.
She's fat. She's a chunky little thing.
We're calling her Whisper Rorschach. Because look at the print on her nose. Yes, I'm talking about you.
She always knows.
See the ink blots on her nose and around her eye and stuff. It just reminds me of the Rorschach test, or if you're a fan of the movie Watchmen, The Watchmen.
Yeah, The Watchmen.
That's one of the guy's names. He wears a mask that has that image on it, and it moves, and it's all cool. And he's a badass. But hi, Rorschach, little Whisper Rorschach. Yeah, he's so adorable. You know I'm talking to you. Do you know that you're being recorded? Mm-hmm. He's so cute standing next to your mama. I know your daddy was handsome. Can see him in you.
Mm-hmm.
That proud stretch. Whisper.
She's rubbing her horns on everything.
And
Anything she can.
And you can just see the little nubbies. Just see the little nubbies there. She's gonna have pretty horns. Really are.
Oh, yes.
The boys on probation. Stay. But yeah. So that's what we're doing mainly, is just trying to focus on stocking up on everything. So while it's all muddy out here, and I wanted to show you guys out here, I've been throwing hay down because this is where the dogs have been going, because we haven't been able to walk over here. That's leaning. Like, leaning. They can walk right up that. So I got to pull it up and lash it up and everything else. Creek is flowing by, although I did have an idea about getting water up to the cabin. I need a hose and a bucket and a couple attachments. But this is all going to turn into a muddy, just catastrophic mess. Because you see that. And it's just going to be mud all the way up. And out here, you can see that goes right across my path. So it's just going to be a huge mud trail. So I have my old path this way and my new path over there. So it's just a whole lot. Oh. So yeah, everything is melting. Blind. Oh yeah, in the way. Look how our tattoos are coming. How nice and healed they are. I really like them. Let me in.
For the hay bale.
Alrighty, everybody. So I might show you guys the trail and how the field is melting, and it also boils down to I can't cross the driveway. The section where the wood is paved, so now I have to keep shoveling snow and ice onto the driveway so I don't scrape and scratch at the pavement. So, plus, it's just healthier for the sled to have not pavement underneath it. But, so my time limit's running out. I gotta get, stuff done and get loads done and all that. So try to stock up so we don't, we can just focus on other things down here and doing stuff instead of hauling wood and hay, during the mud and the thaw. So you got to think ahead when you're living like this to be able to know when it's going to be easier to do things, even if it's far ahead of time. If I had the sled all winter and it was in better shape, I could have gotten a lot more done, but I spent basically a month and a half trying to get the sled and then a month and a half fixing it.
And then having to go back and forth between buying wood and finding wood for, the beginning of it was finding wood. After that, it was buying wood, having the money to buy wood.
And trying to get it here on the time I needed it.
And it just...
It's always something. But that's the lifestyle. It's always something. And, I was explaining it to our buddy. I was like, it takes you 5, maybe 10 minutes to make breakfast. If you're being extravagant, it takes a half hour. In a half hour, I'm still working on getting the fire going and taking care of the dogs and checking on the goats and everything else. So, it's a 2-hour process for me to wake up and have breakfast. And that's just if I do. That's why most of the time we only have one meal a day, and I'm eating at, 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So.
Half time I pretty much just say the hell with it, and I just don't eat until dinner.
Yeah.
Because that's when the fire will be ready.
That's when we'll try to have snacks around so we can snack on something, just so you don't have to cook, you don't have to do the whole process. And that's what it is. Everything you look at, it's a process. To go and get firewood, it's almost a half mile back and forth, hauling wood and everything else. And that's if I'm not sourcing it from the woods, because then that's up one hill, down the other, and then on the way back, up one hill and down the other.
Bringing the log up with you, and...
it wasn't until I started doing this here that I was like, I really understand the whole, walk to school uphill both ways. This is what they were talking about. Having to go up one hill and then down the other, and then on the way home, up one hill and down the other.
That's how I walked home and to school every day.
Yeah. So, now do it hauling wood, then talk to me. So, but, either which way, thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys want to see extra adult content and stuff like that, lots more of Mrs. Native and other stuff and our links, you can join Patreon. That is in the description. And if you want to donate to support the channel, you can do so directly through PayPal and Cash App, which is also in the description. Everything you need is in the description. I need to fix my About page and everything else to get my links and everything on there. I'm still rebuilding the channel. Please bear with me.
It's a work in progress. We worked on that other channel for years.
Almost 4 years.
Almost 4 years.
It's 3.5. And like I said,
we were still working on it. We were still doing stuff to it.
1,500 videos, almost 4 million views, almost 16,000 subscribers, and now Bupkis. But either which way,
it is what it is.
Yeah. Might be a blessing. Might be able to change how things are and have a more focused channel. Maybe be able to have it cleaner. 1,500 videos is hard to go through, so I might try to do less. My whole thing was doing a video each day, trying to make sure for every day I was on YouTube, I had a video for it. Even if that means, doing 5 or 6, after I didn't do any for a few days. And I see her messing around.
Her little freaking head just poked out like 5 times.
But for now and until next time, don't forget to get out there, be a native, and go beast.